to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
Start your day the joyful way. It's your weekday morning talk show inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes. And now here's your host, the queen of joy herself, Jessica Dugas.
Good morning. Good morning. We've talked the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you all are doing well this morning. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. It is Friday, Good Friday, in fact. I hope it's set up to be a good Friday for you. April 15th, 2022, the Friday before Easter. Let me know if you guys have any big plans for Easter this weekend. We will be doing the whole thing here with the 6 kids and whatnot. It's a zoo, as always. I hope you guys are set up to have a great day today, at least, even with the craziness that is about to ensue over the weekend. Listen, if you're joining us live right now, I'd love for you to head over to the comment section and share what's bringing you joy today, or you can head over to Project Joy. Actually, hold on a minute. I say these things without making sure that anything is updated. So I'm going to check that. I'm going to backtrack and I'm going to check that really quick. But I would love for you to say, hey, this morning, there's a lot bringing me joy today because we had game night last night. And I told you guys you should have joined our Discord community because we had game night last night and it was so much fun. So we played a music trivia game. It's more like name that tune kind of thing, but at any rate, I'll digress on that. But you guess the song and the artist. Now see people picked on me a little bit last night. There's my sad face. It's on me because I was doing really well. Okay. And then I got hungry and was eating and was distracted by my food and didn't do so well the last round. But at any rate, I pride myself on knowing boatloads of useless information like song titles and artists and all of this. So if there's 15 questions, I expect myself to get 16 right. Okay. Okay. So I'm like, I get like 11 and I'm like, I didn't do good that round. It's horrible. It's horrible. But we had such a good time and it was so funny because I told them, I said, listen, you guys, I have zero control over the song choice, the language of the song, the genre, the era. I have nothing over any of that. And so we didn't have any clue what was going to pop up. And it was so much fun. It was so much fun. If you missed out, listen to me when I tell you. Listen to me when I tell you. Go join our Discord server. I have been telling you guys, we have been working so hard on growing this community. Join our Discord server. Head over there, bit.ly/Discord breakthrough. And anytime you can learn more about the different things that we do and supporting the network and all of that, and get to join in when we have fun games such as that. And Grim said speed too. I'm gonna check in with you guys in just a minute. But yes, it was very fast. I'm so used to things being fast paced, you know what I mean? And so games like that don't particularly bother me because I'm just used to it. I'm used to, hello, I have 6 children. Okay. It doesn't get more fast paced than that. And so it's just what I'm used to. And it is what it is. But I had so much fun last night. And so I want to thank everybody that came that really made it a good time. And we have like this, a reward system within our Discord server as well, where the more you interact, you level up, essentially, kind of like a game. So you interact a lot in there, and then you get tickets into our monthly drawing. And because there was so much guessing and cheating on behalf of Shiraz, everybody was leveling up so fast last night. And so people were racking up all these tickets. I went back and checked our general chat community where it says so-and-so leveled up, and everybody was leveling up the whole night. It was so much fun. And it brings me a lot of joy this morning. It was a blast. And I was so full of energy from last night. I had a hard time getting to sleep last night. So I was a little groggy this morning, but here we are. So listen, it's up and ready now. If you'd like to come on and share what's bringing you joy this morning in the next segment, you can head over to projectjoy.com, projectjoypodcast.com, and click the join live button to share a moment of joy or gratitude live on the air. So much fun last night. I can't even tell you guys. Okay, let me check in with the comments and say good morning to you guys. Don't forget today's part 7 of our Joy and Optimism series. It's going to be so good. And then we also have to talk a little, briefly touch on national days today. Not a whole lot to report. I already shared that it's Good Friday. And then, of course, we have birthdays and what's coming up this afternoon and next week on the Breakthrough Show. So Linda's here this morning. Good morning, Linda. It's good to see you today. Grim is here and in the car against her will. She does not. Grim's typically sleeping by this time. You know, occasionally we'll see her on here, but Grim, I think even though Grim did not come in first place last night, I feel like you still had a good time, Grim. Correct me if I'm wrong. Julie's is here this morning. Good morning. Another thing bringing me joy. I got to meet Julissa face to face yesterday. Well, face to face over the computer yesterday, and it was so much fun. So thank you so much. I really enjoyed our conversation and looking forward to more of them. Judith is here this morning. I love Easter, the eggs, the bunnies, the jelly beans, the chocolate. Monday is my birthday. Yes. This weekend brings me joy. I love it, Judith. So glad to see you here today. How long are you in Florida for? I keep forgetting to ask you. Yes, the speed so fast sometimes, right? Yes. I'm good. I'm glad you had a good time. Miss Paula's here this morning. I haven't seen Paula in so long. Good morning, Paula. It's so good to see you today. Yes. Sure. Just so y'all know. Okay. And this should not hold you back from watching Rewriting Reality the last Monday of every month with Shiraz. But Shiraz is a cheater. Okay. Shiraz is a cheater. And he was trying to rack up those points last night by typing random things in the chat, being inappropriate. But it was a lot of fun. Yes, it is also Passover starting tonight at sundown as well. We'll be talking about that too. Let's see. I haven't shared my Canvassador joy. I'm still loving that. Yes. So Grimm became, you guys know Canva, that you make like the pretty graphics and videos and all of that. Grimm became one of the inaugural Canvassadors, and very exciting. And she, she's a big wig over there in the group now, and fantastic. So we're so proud of her. Congratulations. Love that, Joy. Florida till like May 20th or so. Okay, cool. You'll have to let me know if you're coming back. We need Judith, right here. Okay. A hug needs to happen, girlfriend. A hug needs to happen. and you need to sign my book, that part. Yes, Paula loves Canva. Congratulations, Grimm. Absolutely. So listen, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come right back with part 7 of our Optimism series, National Days, all of that good stuff. And we will be right back after this. Stay tuned, you guys.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Today is Friday, Good Friday, in fact, on April 15th, 2022. So listen, talking about national days today, as well as international days, I would love to know, what are you celebrating today? Let me know if there's anything in particular that you're celebrating today. As Paula mentioned, Passover is beginning this evening. Every year, the spring festival known as Passover is celebrated for 8 days, traditionally known as a major Jewish holiday. Many Christians have also begun to take part in celebrating Passover. This holiday is also called the Festival of Unleavened Bread. I love that. So let me know if you're celebrating Passover starting this evening as well. It is also World Art Day. World Art Day. We love that. It celebrates the fine arts and promotes awareness of creativity worldwide. I have an interview coming up on the Breakthrough Show in 3 Fridays, not today, but in the 2 Fridays after that, you guys, the last Friday of the month. Robert Bell is coming back on the show. Robert was a guest on season 4, I think episode 29 of the show. And he is actually an accountant and wrote the book called Blow the Lid Off. And what he's blowing the lid off of is this idea that creativity is for everyone, that even in his business of accounting, he is creative. And so I would say, even though it's World Art Day, I would remind everybody that creativity comes in many forms, and you don't necessarily have to be an artist to be creative. It is also apparently National Rubber Eraser Day. National Rubber Eraser Day. It's okay to make a mistake. Correcting mistakes since 1770, National Rubber Eraser Day commemorates the date the invention first began making written errors disappear. I did not know that. I had no idea. I feel like I need to buy an eraser. It's okay to make mistakes. I think that's something we can all take home from this National Rubber Eraser Day. It is also National Tax Day, National Titanic Remembrance Day. It is Good Friday, Friday before Easter. National Clean Out Your Medicine Cabinet Day. When's the last time that you did that? And for those of us that think of food as medicine, clean out your fridge. You're welcome. And so what else do we, it's also, I don't know what this is. We're about to find out. It is National Purple Up Day. I like purple, so we'll see. It recognizes some of the military's most unsung heroes, their children. Oh, look at that. I am a military child. I can celebrate today. Yay. The day encourages everyone to wear purple, representing all branches of the military and showing unity with each other. I love that unity within each other, because sometimes with the military, we see a little bit of stuff between the different branches, but I love coming together and recognizing the children of all the military members as well. It's a lot of sacrifice for all military family members, and of course the military themselves. So let me know if you are going to celebrate any of those things today. Let's see what Shoshana's here this morning. Shoshana, speaking of joy, just had her 1-year anniversary of I Am a Peaceful Goldfish. Have you guys read that book? If you have not, you're living under a rock. I Am a Peaceful Goldfish is a lovely children's book that teaches children the power of breath, the power of breathing, taking a deep breath. We have 2 copies on our shelf upstairs. And so I would love for you guys to check that out. You can find it anywhere books are sold. I Am a Peaceful Goldfish by Shoshana Chaim. Yes. Let's see. Judith said, hugs and a book signing will happen come hell or high water. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. Happy Passover. Celebrating Passover tonight and hosting. Oh, I love that. I love that. And Grim, so exciting. Not today, but tomorrow she goes with her daughter to pick up her wedding dress. How fun is that? It's those moments. I'm not going to cry. I love it. National Eraser Day. Love it as a former elementary school teacher, right? It's so, and they showed one of those big pink, you remember the big pink erasers, Paula? I love that. Medicine cabinet. Yes. Listen, you don't know. We learn all kinds of things here. Every day should be love yourself and love everyone day. I agree. What is this an emoji of? Oh, that's a fish. Yes. You're very welcome, my friend. So that's what we're celebrating today. Let me know if there's anything else that you are celebrating today. And I would love to get to part 7 of our Optimism series right now. Let's do it. So we have been on a journey together the last 7 mornings on our 7 Steps to Optimism series. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. That is our series-wide Helen Keller quote, who's rather famous here because her birthplace is here in the Shoals area of Alabama. Come check it out. You can go see her house if you're ever in this area of the world. So we've been talking about lots of things. We're going to do a quick overview. Last week, we started off the series with challenge your thoughts. If you always react in a certain way, now might be a good time to challenge that train of thought. Stop and ask yourself if there's another point from which you could view a situation. So when I gave a couple of tips with that part, I said, number 1, it's not always easy in the moment that we're going through a challenge to to, could you just imagine like your house burns to the ground and you just pop up and say, oh, there's so much good that can come from this. That's not typically the normal human response, so to speak. So sometimes we need to challenge our thoughts on reflection. The other thing is, if we know we're going to have something coming up that we typically react in a pessimistic way to, or not so optimistic way, to leave yourself a note. And the example I gave is, if you know, and this was an example for me, that if you know you're going to get like results from a doctor, and you typically will go down the rabbit hole with it when you get those results, leave yourself a note next to your phone and say, hey, just a reminder, just take a breath, don't internalize it, kind of thing. So there's lots that you can do to challenge your thoughts. Part 2 is to be a copycat. Be a copycat. Now, I expressed during this portion that I am not a fan of the fake it till you make it saying. Not a fan of that at all. However, if it doesn't feel natural to speak optimistically, mimic someone who does. Use some of their expressions and see if saying them out loud makes you feel more optimistic inside. And we use this also as an opportunity to check our boundaries and also to check the circle of people that we run with, okay? Because if we're constantly surrounding ourselves with people who are pessimistic all the time, that can weigh on us, and it can encourage us to do the same. We need to be mindful of intentionally surrounding ourselves with people who are not always jumping down the rabbit hole of negativity. All right. And then starting off this week on Monday, we talked about use affirmations. And I gave a great tip with this too, so stay tuned. It's easy to internalize failure into pessimism, but speaking positive mantras to yourself in difficult situations can make you feel better and spur you onward. And the biggest tip I gave with affirmations is affirmations do not work if. There's a 2-part here. Number 1, you don't use them regularly. They're not a habit to you. So many people have come to me and said, oh, I tried affirmations. They don't work. I'm like, how many times did you do it? Well, once on Tuesday and once on Friday. That's not how that works. It has to be a habit. Number 2, they have to be meaningful to you. You have to believe them or they're not going to work. If you are in the midst of having the flu and you're laying there feeling like death and you say to yourself, I am healthy, your body's probably not going to believe that. So you're subconsciously or consciously. So making affirmations work for you by changing them up, by saying, I am on the road to, I am in the process of, can be really helpful when using affirmations. Number 4, we talked about focus on past success. While it's easy to see your failures, try to bring to mind times in your life when you've had real successes. Focus on how you felt. Now, the exception that I gave to this one goes back to the be a copycat part. Sometimes we might be going through something that we've never been through before, so we've never experienced success in that area. It is totally cool to look at other people in your life and see if they've been successful and lean on that as well and say, hey, Shoshana's gotten through that before, or Grim's gotten through that before, so I know that it's possible for me as well. The next thing we talked about, next 2 have really been so important and such a huge part of what we try to talk about on Project Joy. And that number 1 is to stay present. When you imagine that everything's going to go wrong, so often it can and it will. Living in the moment and making the best of things right now can take stress and worry out of the future and brighten your mood. A couple tips we gave to stay present are to focus on breathing, to take a breath, to journal about things that maybe we're foreshadowing about or having not so good expectations about, to get that, you do like a little brain dump and then come back to the present. And we also talked about the importance and even the scientific benefits of getting outside and putting your bare feet on the ground. Some grounding, some earthing is always a good way to be present in the moment. Number 6, we talked about having an attitude of gratitude, and we love that here. So often does the bad overshadow the good, but if you write down all the good things in your life, you'll start seeing so much more positivity. Feeling thankful will help you feel more optimistic about the future and the good things that are in store for you. So, we also talked about yesterday when we talked about this attitude of gratitude, making it actionable gratitude as well. It's not always about saying, today I am grateful for, or, even writing down 3 things you're grateful for, though a gratitude practice is really good habit to be in, but making it actionable gratitude as well. And I shared that when I do my Illuminate Your Gratitude experience in November each year, one of the things we focus on is that actionable gratitude. So if we're looking at being grateful for your body, get up and move it. If we're learning to be grateful for our computer, take the time and clean it off. Like, you got some crumbs on, you got some smudges, taking care of ourselves, taking care of the things, the people, the places that we are grateful for is an actionable way to show gratitude. So let me check in with the comments. And is everybody ready? Is everybody ready for our part 7 today? Yes, remember the pink erasers. Graham says, I am married to Mr. Negative. Well, and that can be a challenge. That's why you have to surround ourselves with more people. Good. I'm glad you're getting to enjoy them today. Miss Anne Marie is here. Good to see you, Anne Marie. Paula says, I often uplift by putting on songs I love and dance like crazy and sing along. So good for the soul. Yes, absolutely. I think, leaning into music and comedy and, anything that brings you joy helps us to be more optimistic in our lives as well. All right. So number 7 is going to be a little bit outside of the box, but here we go, because this ties in really good with some of the stuff that we've been talking about. Number 7, it's fine to be a realist. It is fine to be a realist. Worried that you're too cynical? It's fine to mix your optimism with a bit of realism. A balance is good and healthy. So hear me out on this one, okay? Because when I asked in the beginning of this series, do you feel like you're an optimist or a pessimist or a realist? Like where do you fall in that? I even thought to myself, I naturally go to optimism. I feel very optimistic the majority of the time. But that's the key right there, majority. I almost pause for a minute and I say, not necessarily all the time. That's not always where my mind goes immediately. But I think choosing to be an optimist is also being a realist at the same time, because you're being real about what's going on, but then you are choosing in the moment to see the positive. You are choosing to be grateful. You are choosing to see the flip side of things. And being an optimism for me, as much as we talk about joy and love and all of these other yummy emotions and things that we experience, it is all a choice. At the end of the day, it is always a choice for us to do that. And if we find ourselves being too cynical all the time, constantly jumping down the rabbit hole of pessimism, not finding the joy, not experiencing love, and we want to, that's the point when we have to ask ourselves, what do we need to shift in our lives in order to experience more of this life that I want to live? The other part of being a realist is I think it's important to personal and spiritual growth. When I first started really getting involved in the spiritual community, I saw so much of that. I saw so much of spiritual bypassing, as we call it, of trying to bypass the very human things that we experience, not acknowledging them and jumping right in, like just ignoring everything that's going on in the human world and jumping right into something else. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous to do that, because when we ignore what's going on, we lose touch with where we are in the moment. We lose touch with what it means to be a human. And so I think that that healthy balance is something that's really good for all of us. So if you feel something come up and you're like, don't get down on yourself for having a negative thought. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't get down on yourself. Feel it, process it, and then make the choice to say, okay, I'm going to look at this a different way now. I'm going to change my thoughts. Yes, choosing is key. Absolutely. Totally a choice. Took me into my 40s to get that right. Like Paula, we are like this right now because that's one thing I'm like constantly trying to talk to my kids about too, is everything is a choice. Everything is a choice. And part of that, understanding is that it's not always, it's not, look, we can't get mad at ourselves for the things that we experience, right? Like we've done the best we can with what we know up until this point. And to look at things optimistically, we've survived everything we've been through up until this point. So that's so much there to be joyful for as well. Anne Marie says, realist, optimistic with a dose of sarcasm. Amen, my friend. We all need a little bit of that as well. Grim said, I struggle with being human, but you've helped, Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. And it's not, look, this life is not for the faint of heart. And so we don't give ourselves enough credit. We don't give ourselves enough credit for that at all. Not even a little bit. And so I want to give you all credit. I think you're all amazing. I think you are all more than enough just the way you are. If you guys are on my LinkedIn, I made a post yesterday about, I was kind of started off a little snarky. But my whole point of the post is we're always like reaching for the next thing, the next title, award, program, dollar, client, little letters before and after our names, degree, all of that. When that's all a bonus. Like that is all a bonus. You are more than enough without all of that stuff. You were more than enough the day that you were born and you were just a little baby. You didn't have a job yet or kids or anything that we as humans measure as success. You are more than enough exactly as you are without anything else. The rest is just like, you have a really good cake. Here, oh, hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, you have a really good cake. You have a really good cake, all right? That cake is so good and you're like, I don't need any frosting. That's exactly what you are. You are a good cake without the need for frosting. But the degrees, is the extra, sometimes it's just too sweet. Okay? All right. You're welcome. Let me check in and see what's going on. Yes, good and bad choices still have consequences. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I have a post coming out this weekend, you guys, about priorities that ties into what Miss Julissa is saying down there. Okay. All right. Yes, we are human. Progress, not perfection. I'm grateful today that I am working and I brought jelly beans to snack on. That's good. Okay. I should have left the snack disclaimer up. Yes, ignoring is suppressing our feelings. This is why I love EFT tapping, as it helps one process one's own truth of the past and present. Absolutely. Even the dark stuff, so that we can release it and retrain our brain to another choice like you were talking about. Absolutely. That's not fair. I'm in the car and I have no snacks. I'm sorry. I tried. And yes, everybody's on the cake now. Oh my gosh. There will be cake for Easter this weekend. Stay tuned. So listen, we're going to take one more quick break. We have our next version of the For Love poem by Dorothy Auger. This morning will be read by Aisha Ashbrook in French. So I love to listen to that as well. We've had a couple of French versions this week. So we'll be right back after this with birthdays. Let me know if you are celebrating a birthday today, Saturday, or Sunday, and we'll be right back.
Je choisis l'amour, le cœur lourd, même l'âme brisée. Je choisis l'amour parce que le monde est déchiré, pas juste mon petit pays, où je suis plutôt en sécurité, où je suis plutôt bien, mais le monde tout entier, chaque jour. Je choisis l'amour et je puise dans cette lumière la force de rester debout. pour transformer la violence et mettre fin aux guerres. Je choisis l'amour pour que nos enfants soient saufs, pour que nos amis soient à l'abri, pour que nos frontières s'ouvrent. Je choisis l'amour, même le cœur lourd, même l'âme brisée.
That was the For Love poem by my friend Dorothy Auger, read today beautifully in French by Aisha. Thank you so much for that version. To learn more about the For Love project, go to weshallstandforlove.world. Weshallstandforlove.world. I'm excited about our lineup for next week of the poems as well. Everybody's talking about cake. Everybody's talking about cake now. I love it. Kevin, I love you, my friend. It's so good to see you today. We're going to finish the show. I was feeling like a little Kevin Kylie this morning. So we're going to finish the show before we close out with a little Kevin Kylie music so you can get up and dance. We're going to throw back a minute to some Ghosted and do that before we end the show today. But first, we have to do birthdays. Also, thank you, Anne Marie and Julissa, for standing for love as well. Okay. So, birthdays today and tomorrow. There's so many birthdays tomorrow, you guys. I'm going to run out of breath this morning. All right, here we go. So, today in the celebrity world, Emma Watson, who played Hermione in Harry Potter, has a birthday today. Leonardo da Vinci, speaking of World Art Day, has a birthday today. Louis Fonsi, Despacito himself, has a birthday today. Actor Seth Rogen, actress Emma Thompson, and country singer Chris Stapleton have birthdays today. Also, in the celebrities in my life, Robin from Robin's Healing has a birthday today. Happy birthday, Robin. Tomorrow, we have another long list. Here we go. We have Pope Benedict the 16th birthday is tomorrow. Actor John Cryer birthday is tomorrow. Selena birthday is tomorrow. I used to love Selena's music. May she rest in peace. Chance the Rapper's birthday is tomorrow. Martin Lawrence. You guys remember the show Martin in the 90s? Oh my God. I used to love that show. Gina. Okay. Anyway, Charlie Chaplin's birthday is tomorrow. Athlete Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's birthday is tomorrow. Singer Akon birthday is tomorrow. Wilbur Wright, Mr. of the Airplane, birthday is tomorrow. And from my team, the Pats, Coach Bill Belichick's birthday is tomorrow. Also, in the celebrities in my life, tomorrow, my cousin Donna Green Riley's birthday is happening. So happy birthday, cousin Donna. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm going to pray that I don't run out of air here, you guys. I'm going to have to take a breath between Friday and Saturday. And don't forget, we will go over Sunday and Monday's birthday on Monday. Okay, here we go, you guys. Let me make sure that we got to get our drum roll going. I should have brought another beverage. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Emma Watson, Leonardo da Vinci, Louis Fonsi, Seth Rogen, Emma Thompson, Chris Stapleton, Robin's Healing, Selena, Chance the Rapper, Martin Lawrence, Charlie Chaplin, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Akon, Wilbur Wright, Bill Belichick, Pope Benedict, John Cryer, and Donna Green Riley. Only one breath necessary. Happy birthday to you. Yes, I hope you all have an amazing birthday, an amazing weekend. I wish you all Passover blessings, Easter blessings, and are set up to have an amazing day. Coming up next week on the Breakthrough Show, we've got some goodness going on. Don't forget, though, this afternoon, we are going to New Zealand together with my guest, Carmel Riley, on the Breakthrough Show, 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm so excited to be going there with her because she is fantastic. And if you need some serenity today, she comes on the show from her forest in New Zealand. It's absolutely gorgeous. So don't miss that today at 12 o'clock. Next week, we have a jam-packed week, you guys. We, of course, will have Project Joy every day here with me, 7 a.m. Central Time.
Tuesday at 5:05 p.m. Central Time, we have an all-new My Way with Casey DeMattis and Darlene DeMattis. Really amazing from Last Puzzle Coaching. You are not going to want to miss this episode. I have a feeling we are going to go jump in the rabbit hole and go swimming. Okay, it's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, Divine DNA is coming up at 6 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday night, 12 p.m. Central on Thursday. Karen Timer will be live with an all-new Freedom Starts Now. And then on Friday, we are going to India for a second time with my friend Dhirendra. Really excited about getting to talk about his organization and, of course, what he loves about India as well. I hope you guys are set up to and have an amazing day, an amazing weekend. I love you all so much today. Thank you for being here. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you something very important: to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. Now let's finish with some Ghosted. Have a good day, everybody.
I wasn't looking for somebody new, find by myself. But here you are, just getting close to stage like nobody else. So what is a man to do? I gave it up, I left the walls go down, but truth be told, shouldn't have sold my soul, 'cause you left me ghosted. Still I see you creeping on my social left me with your memories, so we said I'm still ghosted. The thing I told you hurt me most, you didn't make it ghosted. Your face became more fake, I'm ghosted, I'm ghosted. Said you would never, but I guess things change. Put me on top of the world, but then the winds came. Whoa, fighting for the answers, then lying on myself, pretending you won't find my harmony in somebody else. I knew that something was wrong because you never looked back. You just got on the train after we walked to the track. I should've trusted myself, but you broke the world down. Should've kept my soul, now I'm in a ghost town. Still I see you creeping on my social left me with your memories, so we said I'm still ghosted. The thing I told you hurt me most, you didn't make it ghosted. Your face became more fake, I'm ghosted, I'm ghosted. Still I see you creeping on my social left me with your memories, so we said I'm still ghosted. The thing I told you hurt me most, you didn't make it ghosted. Your face became more fake, I'm ghosted, I'm ghosted. Still I see you creeping on my social left me with your memories, so we said I'm still ghosted. The thing I told you hurt me most, you didn't make it ghosted. Your face became more fake, I'm ghosted, I'm ghosted.
You've been tuned in to Project Joy Live with Jessica Dugas, your weekday morning talk show inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes only on the Breakthrough Show Network. Binge all past episodes of Project Joy at projectjoypodcast.com. Until next time, help us spread the joy by sharing this episode, and we'll see you soon.